we go. I think I am live now. Very important things need to occur. Chat will appear when your live stream is live. Cool. Okay. All right, here we go. This is a very important thing that needs to get done. Gonna record this. Cool. All right. This is a popular request thing that's gonna happen. I'll wait like 2 minutes for some people to roll in, but what we're gonna do today is we are going to taste these guys. Oh, oat milk lattes. So that is the main purpose of this stream. So I'm hoping the stream for maybe like an hour. We're gonna go and taste all the different flavors. But yeah, I think the audio is working. Okay, cool. Seems like our audio is working. What's up? Welcome. Cool. All right. What we are doing today is we are just going to taste these lattes from Intelligentsia. So if you guys didn't know, Intelli has recently released these guys, the oat milk latte series. I picked it up because I'm always interested in basically like, ready to drink beverages, especially if they're done by great people. And Intelligentsia, at least Bailey Intelligentsia, has been awesome. I work with him professionally and then also hang out with him as an enthusiast. And this is something that I believe he's been working on. And we got the different lattes here. So they're chilled. They do say you need to chill them here. First of all, let's talk a bit about the packaging. Important thing. So I bought 2 sets. Okay, I have the cold one here that was sitting in the fridge, and then I have this, but it's oat milk, so you can buy it. It's shelf stable and all of that. Packaging on this really nice. So comes in like this, and you open it, and there are your oat milk lattes. We'll go over each of them, and then we'll taste them. I might also have my housemate, who is over there somewhere. He will also taste it. But we got a few different flavors. So, let's go over this one real quick. Let's see if you guys can see it. So, vanilla, black cat. So, it's made with black cat, by the way. I also have this, which is the black cat instant. Maybe we'll taste this at another date. But black cat instant is pretty cool. So, yeah, we got vanilla. We have spiced latte. And then we also have just the normal one. And they're all made with black cat. Black cat is a really fantastic espresso blend, and it's really nice. I think the instant black cat has been really interesting. It is very nice to be able to have a developed espresso roast that is not incredibly bitter and is not harsh. And that is what I think Black Cat does really well. There are a few versions of Black Cat, but having that espresso and having tasted the instant espresso, at least in their shop, and also the actual espresso, it's a great coffee, and I'm pretty excited for what these will taste like. We can also look at the ingredients. So by the way, these are all 140 calories, and I think they all have very similar ingredients. They're all, yeah. So here are the nutrition facts. Okay, 140 calories. You guys might be able to see that. And then here are the ingredients, and this one says hint of vanilla flavor, what does it say? Hints of vanilla flavor and plant-based oat milk accentuate our flagship Black Cat espresso for a rich and creamy latte. Cool. Spice Latte says, comforting flavors of cinnamon, vanilla, orange, and ginger paired with our flagship Black Cat espresso and creamy plant-based oat milk. And then the standard latte, which is here. Our flagship Black Cat espresso paired with plant-based oat milk makes for a bold and balanced latte experience. It also says refrigerate after opening, please recycle. First of all, that is fantastic copywriting. Good job. You know, feels real. Okay, let's see who else is here. But I think let's start with the regular one, and then let's go into kind of the fun stuff. These, by the way, have very, very long expiration dates. So these all expire at the end of August 2024. So that's really cool. You can buy them kind of whenever and store them. It does say shake well and serve cold. So, you know, let's give it a little bit of a shake. And then let's taste it. But it has, like, you know, the standard resealable kind of packaging here. Here we go. And YouTube is giving me a warning. But I think we're still live, so that's what matters. Okay. It's also really, really hot right now, so okay. It smells like an oat milk latte. I'm gonna pour these all into these clear glasses so you guys can actually see the different colors. But all right, here we go. Let's look at this. All right, see this here? That definitely looks like an iced oat milk latte. It has that nice creamy effect. You know, like when I actually move the glass, you see the liquid sticks to the side. So that's really cool. It smells like an oat milk latte, if you were very curious. I'm kind of curious if these also have, I'm curious if these have other aromatics to them. Kind of smells like cereal. Taste this. Okay. That tastes literally like an oat milk latte. It kind of tastes like if you've ever taken just Black Cat and you added it to oat milk. So that is literally what this tastes like. It doesn't have that, I would say, super heavy cream effect that I've tasted with something like Oatly. I would say that, and also it has a really, like a pretty clean finish to it as well. It does kind of linger here. There's like a nice silkiness. It's sweet. You know, obviously there's like some amount of sugar in here, but it doesn't feel like it is overly sweet like some minor figures oat milks are, and also some of the Oatly oat milks are, or like it doesn't have like that weightiness that some of the oat milks have. So it's kind of in between there, but it is very, very balanced, which is good. So this is quite tasty. All right, off to a great start. Let me catch up on chat in a second after I taste some of these. So now let's do the spiced one. Give it a little bit of a shake. You know, I'm actually going on a little road trip tomorrow, so I'll probably bring these with me and drink them on my drive. Just going down to SoCal. So maybe I'll show up at the Illumination Bar and taste these while I'm there. So here we go. I am curious if this is going to be orange. Maybe all the colors are kind of matched together to the packaging. I think Intelligentsia has always done a fantastic job at packaging. Okay. It does kind of expand a little when we start shaking it. Oh, wow. That actually does smell kind of spiced. So here we go. Pour this guy in. All right. Same color. Or very, yeah, I would I would say maybe slightly lighter color. It's hard to fully tell with this glass, but I would say same color. Wow, this actually smells really nice. You definitely smell kind of some of those spices there, but they're not incredibly pungent. They, very, very like smooth, rounded smell that I'm aromatic that I'm getting there. And I definitely think it's kind of, orange. Okay. This is Intelligentsia. So, Intelli. They just launched these. I bought 2 of them because I'm always curious. But let's try the spice latte now. This is what we've turned our streams into. Is we just taste lattes on camera. Okay, so this is interesting. It kind of reminds me of, well, it's very similar to the first one that we had, but in the aftertaste and in the linger is where we're getting a little bit of the spices. I would say like a lot of what we're tasting is still kind of the black cat notes, which I'm pretty sure are going to be quite similar to the one on this box. Is, these are the black cat notes here. Is dark chocolate, raw sugar, and marshmallow. So it is pretty much like that. It's very much like the first one that we tasted that did not have any of the spice in it, but a lot of kind of the orange and the spice flavorings are kind of in that aftertaste. But I like the aromatics on this. A lot of the aromatics is where you're smelling a lot of the spices, but I actually kind of like that it is not predominantly spice forward. So like it's not just a ton of like cinnamon that you're tasting, for example. And yeah, the initial sip is very sweet, it's smooth, then you get some of those spices, and then you get that nice creamy oat milk kind of linger here. It is not like but it's not super, super heavy like some of, at least like Oatly Barista Edition. And it's really, clean, smooth, balanced. Let me taste the normal one, but normal and spiced. The normal one kind of smells like cereal, and the spice definitely has that spiced aspect to it. Like if you've ever stepped into like a Home Goods or like a TJ Maxx, that type of a smell. That is like the spice smell that I think about, especially during this time of the year. The normal latte is definitely more coffee forward, and you're tasting that coffee in the aftertaste, and it's definitely lingering, and then it kind of has like, I would say like that silky finish, very rounded, very, very like, there's no harshness in any of these that we've tasted. This spice latte, instead of it being that coffee flavor that lingers and kind of then dissipates, it is this spice flavoring. I would say that, again, it still smells a lot more spicy, a lot more aromatic in that sense. But the flavor, the once you take that initial sip, is definitely got that orange, some cinnamon in here, some like clove effect that's occurring, but it is very minimal, and this is definitely playing it on the safer side, I would say, for spiced things. But it's just like if you smelled it, you would expect to taste a lot more of that in the actual sips. You're not getting that much there. So definitely like an orangey cinnamon spice of some sort. But I really enjoy the mouthfeel and the finish of both of these. They're very, very clean. There's no roughness on my tongue at all. And usually, sometimes you'll get that roughness from a bad pulled espresso in your milk. And I think these are fantastic. Now, finally, let's move on to vanilla. Scary. We've been drinking all of these. I'll catch up on chat soon. There are, I don't know how much caffeine is in these. But I'm definitely liking this where it is just a little bit of these flavorings inside of here. It's not overpowering at all. It's like, this is, you know, solid. Okay, and there's our vanilla. So these all are the same color as we see here. I'm trying to smell if there's any, if I can like smell the vanilla. I would say it is super subtle. But you definitely smell that there is an additional thing added to this. Now let's give it a taste. Very similar to the spiced. You're tasting that additional added flavoring after the initial sip. So instead of, and then it lingers. So instead of it being a coffee flavor that lingers, like an espresso flavor that lingers, or an orange spice that lingers, it is now a, I would say vanilla, like a very subtle vanilla flavor that has added. My favorite big brand coffee chain is, like, of the really big ones, is definitely Intelligentsia. I mean, you know, that's why we have Intelli-related things here. And a big reason why I like Intelligentsia is because I honestly feel like among a lot of the other brands, I think they've kept up. I mean, just look at their cafes. What cafe can you go into that has adopted a lot of the, I would say, very modern methods of pulling espresso? Just, I mean, you have that. It's it, right? Go to like that Pasadena illumination bar. You will see they've kept up. You will see an open-mindedness to innovation. And I think that is something that is very important to have. And I don't want, you know, I get that vibe a lot more as a consumer. Is like they're just definitely, they've kept up. They know what the enthusiasts are doing. They know, you know, what fits their customers, what fits, you know, obviously there's a huge enthusiast community that loves buying Intelligentsia, but, you know, this is like a good example of that too. Is this is something that I'm tasting and I'm like, you know, the normal person will definitely enjoy this, but as somebody who is more, you know, deep in the game of coffee, you're not going to hate this. You're not going to hate any of these. They all taste great. You know, it's hard to make stuff taste bad, I would say, when you have some, you know, when you have like a good pulled espresso and also, you know, other really great ingredients, right? So like the oat milk here is good. The flavoring does not taste as artificial as I feel like it could be, especially in these ready to drink beverages. Like, you know, sometimes there's like a ton of sugar and syrup in it. It's tasting pretty good here. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy with how all of these tasted, and I kind of like didn't know what to do with this. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna make a full video on these, but I thought I would. Might as well, you know, hop on a live stream and chat about them. Yeah, you know, I mean, I'll say like Bailey puts in the effort to actually spend time with people outside of his company, and I think that is very worthwhile, right? You know, if everybody else was doing that, I'd have a different opinion. But I mean, very standout of very standout company, I would say. Yeah, but all right, let me try catching up on chat now. And then I'm gonna see if my housemate wants to taste some of these. You want to try these, Will? These are actually pretty good. You can give your opinion on. You don't need to. You don't need to be on camera. If you want to switch that to, there's like a triple pattern or like a circle pattern.
Oh, the omni.
Yeah, the omnidirectional.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Gonna have my housemate taste some of these. Okay. So we have 3 different flavors here. We have the normal flavor, spiced, and vanilla. And they're all great.
Very nice.
Very nice. But you're a Dunkies enjoyer, so you know.
Yeah, I'm a New Englander.
All right, you try just the normal latte. You let people know what it tastes like. So it's oat milk, by the way.
Sometimes oat milk gives me like a soy vibe.
Yeah, like a planty taste, right?
It's like creamy.
Yeah.
It's not like thick oat milk though, because like it's like thinner oat milk.
Yeah. So that's what I was saying is like it's definitely thinner than something like Oatly. It's like very balanced. There's like a coffee flavor that definitely lingers a little longer.
Yeah, and like I don't know, it's like it's creamy in like a soy way, but it's like oat milk is also inherently like creamy to me, but this is like more like soy like and like it's thin.
Yeah, it is thinner. So I like that a bit more than the super like heavy cream that you find in certain oat milks. But yeah, normal latte, pretty decent.
Also, it's like very homogenized.
Yeah.
Which is like kind of different from what I've seen. Sometimes like oat milk will break up.
Yeah, so it's like very, balanced and integrated. It doesn't, there's no like clear separation of ingredients in this.
Should I just swig the whole thing?
You can swig. I mean, we have two more. You're gonna get caffeinated.
Caffeinated.
You're drowning the whole thing. Tastes good. I like it. I think it tastes good.
This one's fine.
Well, you gotta try the other flavors.
Okay.
You gotta try the other flavors and see how they go. All right, spiced. You should smell the spice too.
It does smell like home goods.
It smells like home goods.
It's not as like spicy, like pump PSL spicy,
right?
as I think it is. But the smell is like there, but it's also kind of like lighter. It's just spice latte.
Yeah, it's a spice latte. Right? It's exactly what it says on here.
It's pretty much what it is. I don't think it's like pumpkin spice latte, but it just tastes like a spice latte.
Because like they're saying cinnamon, vanilla, orange, and ginger. So it's not like a PSL. Like you shouldn't look for that pumpkin flavor.
Okay.
But just like general spices. I got a lot of orange, or like like kind of orange, a little bit of cinnamon, but it's very very subtle, and that's like what lingers.
It's almost like
it.
if you like took this like kind of like almost pumpkin spice, but like in an ice cream form, but then you like removed all the sugar from it almost. So it's like just creamed spice latte.
I mean, what do you think about that one?
That's okay. It's like pretty mild, but still like kind of seasonally.
All right. And then we got the vanilla. It's vanilla now. That one, does that one smell different than like the normal one? I feel like they were very very close. It's super hard to tell. I think the vanilla had like
sweeter.
Yeah, like
it's
a slightly
sweeter.
Slightly
this
like
is more like just coffee as is.
Yeah, like a slightly more additional like layer to it. So that's probably the vanilla that you're smelling.
Like creamer sort of stuff. Yeah, no. This is like this one.
Yeah.
But turned up a little more. I actually think this one probably is maybe the best for me. It's like it's pretty good, but it's like more it's less mild than this one, but in some ways it's like more flavorful, I guess, because of the vanilla.
Yeah, like these are when you smell these, this smells sweeter. I would say that this definitely feels the most like pure. It's just coffee. I mean, obviously, yeah, it's coffee.
I think the soy taste is less. But
yeah, like
I'm not saying it is soy, but
yeah, but like there's that definitely like that style of oat milk. It gets covered up a little by that vanilla, but I like the vanilla because it's not overpowering. Like it's not like the only thing that you're tasting. But they're all like very subtle in terms of flavor.
Yeah, I would say definitely like that one, the vanilla.
Yeah, this is the
the vanilla. I'm
this one. Yeah.
I'm about the vanilla. Ooh, don't spell that.
Oh yeah, don't spell that. Yeah. Yeah, this one. You like this one the most?
Yeah, I'm about that one.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of leaning towards. Like they're all pretty good, but they don't taste fake in any sort of way. Like it's not like some of the Dunkies and Starbucks stuff that we've gotten. Like it's a little over. Well, no,
I don't even think Dunkies has oat milk, do they? Probably not.
No,
maybe.
But,
I never asked.
but like I think the vanilla is probably the best one here. I feel like this because like it still has that coffee flavor, but it's just slightly sweeter. Like the vanilla is very inoffensive. It's very it's just like that sweet coffee flavor. And when I'm reaching for something that's like this, I feel like I want to have that sweeter experience. I think this one's fun, but might be a little too safe for people who are looking for like the true home goods experience, right? Like when you walk into a Home Goods, you're like, how do I taste home goods in a beverage
it's like the
form?
candle, but not as aggressive.
Right. So like the aromatics are here, but the spiciness is super mild. It is really good still, but I think like as if you're a more pure coffee enjoyer, you're probably gonna like these two. I just think this one is maybe just too safe, but that's what it is, right?
None of them are super sweet.
Yeah, they're not super sweet. I mean, look at the ingredients. It's low calorie. It's like 6 grams of sugar.
I feel like typically you would taste that, but I
mean,
think you're getting
7.
cut out by the oat milk.
Yeah, I mean it's the oat milk too. But like this one, I just think like after you taste, like if you've tasted these two, you're probably going to be like, oh, this one's super boring, which makes sense, right? Because this is just the normal, right? It's just the normal one. But it's still really good. It's just like, if you want the more coffee flavor, and maybe if you don't want, like I know some people who don't want even that additional sweetness.
I'm sure there's
this
plenty
one.
of people.
Yeah, there's plenty of people.
Want original,
Yeah, like this one is still good, but I think this one's the better one.
Have you ever had Soylent?
I haven't had Soylent yet. I was gonna get Soylent.
Similar.
Similar to Soylent? Uh-huh.
Similar
the
to
coffee
Soylent,
or the
regular Soylent.
regular Soylent? Okay.
Yeah. Coffee Soylent is actually just Dunkies. Whatever Soylent is.
But this one's pretty tasty. I'm not. I mean, all of these fall within expectations. Like, I mean, you don't drink this type of stuff anyway, but like, would you consider buying these?
I would get the vanilla.
Mm-hmm.
If it was like, if I really wanted seasonal, I guess spiced.
Mm.
But I can't see it being like outside of seasonal.
Right. Okay. I mean, I think like, I think they're just like, I think like a good year-round one would just be like mocha chocolate, caramel or chocolate. I mean, especially if it's done like this, then I think chocolate would be really good. Choco, yeah, or like caramel or something where it's like just
Oreo flavored would be cool.
Oreo flavored, okay, yeah,
that'd be pretty cool. Because like
I would consider Oreo
taste.
Yeah, like Oreo in this, like with, because like the coffee is very very like subtle, and then it's not like super heavy like some of these Oatly ones are. If you get Oreo taste, not bad. I think there are all these people who are watching this who are like, dang, what normies we don't only drink the greatest coffees in the world, right? Sometimes you enjoy Oreos. There's nothing wrong with that. You want to add anything more? Someone said, okay. Oh, here's Bailey, the director of innovation who worked on these. He said, "Don't encourage chocolate." Hey, I think chocolate. Honestly, I think chocolate in this would be really good. If it's like, for like people like my friend Will here, who's he just wants chocolate, right? But it's not like
it's so light that it wouldn't hurt. I feel like.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Like that's what these flavors are. Is like they're not. It's not gonna like people aren't going to be like, oh, I know this one is super, super sweet or super, super flavor forward. It's like not going to be a good choice, right? I think chocolate would work totally fine with this. I don't know. Edit this out of the posted version. I don't know. I think chocolate would be great for this.
Highly controversial.
Highly controversial. We're real deep in the weeds when a controversial opinion is I just want to add chocolate into something.
You know what? Also, highly controversial, strawberry milk.
Strawberry milk? I mean, if you've taken whatever this is and you turn it into a strawberry milk version, that would be fine. You know, like the one thing that I think a lot of these is like tap into some of that Asian stuff. Like, because when I looked at this packaging, this really reminded me of some of the milk teas. Like you go to like Ranch 99 or you go to like Nivea. Okay, or whatever, Super 99, whatever the one you have on the East Coast. You go into like some of those stores, you can find milk tea packaged in here with milk and everything. There's so many flavors there that I think a lot of people haven't tapped into, and I think they'd go really well with coffee. Okay, yeah, right here. Chai, matcha, Vita soy, right? Like just start listing all the Asian drinks.
I think matcha would be pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Kilogram milk tea, ready to drink. Oh my god.
It'd be really wild, like Hong Kong milk tea with what is that called? There's like the sports dude on the packaging. I don't know, the can stuff.
Yeah. Like those are the things that nobody has tapped into with coffee. None of these American brands have seen it. Yeah,
Milo,
right.
It's called.
It's like we need that. Somebody needs to tap into that. You know how much money you could make?
Like Nestle would sue you.
No, yeah. It's probably everything's probably owned by Nestle. Damn, it really do be like that. But yeah, initial tastings of this is not bad. We're very satisfied with how these taste. I think our favorite one out of all three of these, probably the vanilla. The vanilla is tasting nice. These all, so to like reiterate how these all taste is the flavoring is very subtle. It's really like balanced in the entire beverage. You get that nice linger of whatever flavor you pick. So the stuff happening outside. It's probably our neighbor. She has to go through the gate.
That was cool.
No, it's not from upstairs. Yeah. Just have to be careful around the live stream. You don't want to say stuff. Is the vanilla flavor too low or is it good? I think the amount is fine.
I want to say it's a hair more than essence of vanilla.
Like I think when in my mind when I think of vanilla latte, I instantly think of Starbucks, and that is like straight super sweet. This is like a very like refined version of vanilla. It's like a hint of vanilla, and that's why I think I like it a lot more. But you want more? You think more vanilla?
Just personal preference. Just
personal
I'm
preference.
Like down for like sweet stuff, sure, but I can see why you would only go for this. Like you don't need the sugar.
Yeah,
you can have it, but it's not necessary.
Yeah, like I think. Yeah, I mean, I think like this is good for. I can see like a lot of people who are into the coffee stuff. They would prefer these amounts of flavoring because it's not overpowering. It's not very upfront. It's like integrated in some sort of way. But I think for a lot of normal people, you'd probably want more vanilla. Like for like that. Like that's what this feels like. Is a lot of the flavors are. It's like. That is what an enthusiast would kind of look for, is like overall harmony among flavors. But I think a lot of normal people would want like up front, give me that spice, right? Give me the home goods experience. Give me the vanilla, like punch in the face with that, because that's like what Starbucks does. So, okay, Bailey's said vanilla flavor will be slightly higher next run. Yeah, I think this with more vanilla would be good. It is my favorite the way it is right now, because it's just a little bit. It's just a little bit of kick of vanilla, and it kind of elevates everything else. So, I'm pretty happy with all three of these. Let's see. All right, there were 15 people who are watching us this entire time. Not bad. Wow. Okay. Probably going to wrap up because that's literally all I wanted to talk about today. Or do you want to change the my mic pattern for me? Thank you. Yeah. Well, I gotta go get dinner, and I also need to go and pack for SoCal because I'm just heading down over there. But yeah, you know, so far these are all pretty great. Definitely cool to see like they're pretty open to feedback already on changing maybe some of the flavoring. But I definitely think like if you're a coffee enthusiast, these are all a pretty solid choice. What Will and I liked the most is we liked the vanilla out of all of these. But otherwise, you know, it's pretty tasty. It is what you would expect it to be. You know, zero harshness at all in any of the aftertaste or in the flavoring at all. The flavoring is very, very, very subtle currently, which I think a lot of people will enjoy. And yes, it is safer to drink these than brew coffee in your car. So yeah, that's the oat milk latte. So you know, these are the oat milk lattes from Intelligentsia. They're pretty good. They're new, so we wanted to try them. I think I'll definitely will look into trying out whatever comes out. If it's something that if it's a ready to drink beverage, I would totally be down to live stream it in some sort of way, and have someone who is into the coffee stuff taste it, and someone who isn't so much into the coffee stuff taste it as well. But maybe we'll do this one next. Try out all of the instants. That's kind of my goal. But yeah, all right. That's all. Thanks for tuning into the stream, guys. I will see you guys around. Now I'm going to end the stream. Quick stream today.